is a two-way relation. Sometimes the opposite way happen. The parts send signal to the heart, then after a while the heart convinces, and he didn't convince in the beginning. For example, I'll give you example from our life. If any husband command his wife to wear the hijab, she refused. She said no. She get influenced by the media and by the worldly life features, and she said no, I don't like. Back and forth until the degree that the husband said, you know what, I can't have a wife without proper hijab. If you don't wear the proper hijab, that will be the end of our marriage. But she's smart. She didn't want to lose the family. So she just wear the hijab by the parts, not by the heart. Is this happen in our community or not? Happen a lot. Come to this woman after 10 years and say to her, now you have the opportunity to throw the hijab away. Most likely you will find what? You will find no way. You might find her calling the other sisters to wear the proper hijab like her. The hijab became part of her. She can't. She might in the beginning wanted to, but now she cannot. What happened? Do you know what happened, brothers and sisters? That the part tasted the sweet of the obedience with no heart, but the parts, the body, the skin, the flesh, tasted the sweety obedience. By the days and the nights, period of time, there is signals come opposite way from the part, from the organs to the heart. Lately, finally, the heart get convinced. This is the secret in our creation, that the relation between heart and parts, two ways relation, signals from the heart to the parts, which is the original way, but there is another hidden, backwards way, from the parts to the heart. And this is our strategy, how to change and to improve our manners. This is the tactic. How to improve our manners? By using the parts, forcing the parts to do something without the heart. Looks like hypocrisy, but it's not. Because you are sincere to improve your manners. You're not doing this showing off. You're doing this to upgrade your manners and to divorce your faults. So, step number one was to realize our faults. Step number two was to put them in priorities. Step number three, according to the tactic and the strategies that I mentioned now, start to copy the people, the ones of the opposite character. Copy them as if you're an actor. For example, you can't control your anger. you get angry, hitting, shouting, yelling, beating for little things. Look at people of tranquility, people of patience and who control their anger. How they talk, how they react, how they answer people. Try to copy them. Now you are in the procedures of changing your manners. Copy the people of the opposite manner. This is step number 4. If you find through the 4 avenues that you're stingy, okay, what is the habit of generous people? They do what? They give. Okay, I find a person in a fundraiser, he's putting few $1,000s in the box. Me, I have, but I'm stingy. You know what? In the beginning, I just copy generous people. The heart does not want to, but the part, the organ, I'm in the procedures now to improve my manners. I spend. In the beginning, I hate to do so, but I'm doing it by force. It will be started by force, and it will be ended to be your habit. We start here in the 4th step, copying the people of the opposite manner. Every bad manner has opposite good manner. Number 5, step number 5, which is tricky a little bit. You have to stay like this for a period of time. If you don't keep your promise to yourself, and if you do not keep your word to your Lord that you are going to improve your manners, and you return back to your old bad manners, it will not work. You have to keep copying people of the opposite manners for period of time. The scholars of akhlaq said period of time. For some person might be 1 week, but for other person he might need few years. There is no certain time, specific weeks or days or months, but you will feel it. You will feel it. When you feel that you're still doing it by force, then the period did not finish yet. You have to keep doing it by force until you reach the point that you are doing it with love, with pleasure. It takes time from everybody, but every person is different. It takes time from every person, but every person is different than the other. When we finish the exercising, we will finish it by what? By having the manner with force, takalluf wa mujahada, like I'm fighting with myself to control my anger, or I'm fighting myself to go to the masjid, or I'm fighting myself to spend money and to give the others. I find myself now, alhamdulillah, doing it with pleasure. Then it became habit. Forget about this one. You succeed. Go to the next fault and try the same steps.